Hi everyone. Are you a mom that is wondering, how do I cope with this pain? How do I cope with the pain of having an estranged or defiant adult child? The relationship's a mess and you're just struggling. If that's you, stay tuned. We're going to talk about that today. But first, those of you that are new here to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris and I'm a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over a decade. And when her life spiraled, so did mine. And so I want to address this, how to cope with pain, because this is something that I did all wrong. I can tell you that. And for many years. And then obviously I started choosing the right route. But, there is no complete right or wrong. Everybody deals with pain and grief differently. And that's fine. But you want to make sure that they're healthy choices, healthy coping mechanisms, because people cope in different ways. For me, I coped with alcohol, and that didn't serve me. That only made my problems worse, right? That's one thing I do know about alcohol. Nothing good comes out of it. It just doesn't. So it's normal to have all these emotions built up. They're so common, right? You're going through grief, or going through sadness and confusion, anger, guilt, all the regular emotions that moms have. But I want you to consider these coping mechanisms and ways to deal with this pain. And first and foremost is really self-reflection and self-care. Because if I really think, and it's an analogy of looking in the mirror and really like, who's looking back at you? Who is looking back at you? You have to look in that mirror and self-reflect and figure out, what part did I play in this? What could I not have? There's things that you couldn't avoid. They're just guarantee there is. And as I always say, we have two paths in a relationship. You have one path, your child has the other. You control yours, they control theirs, and hopefully eventually you'll come back together. But in the meantime, you've got to stay on your path, stay in your own lane, because what happens is we try so often to just kind of, drive over into their lane and when they don't want us to, and it causes more havoc and it causes more resentment and in the end, more estrangement, which is not what we're looking for, right? So, really the self-reflection and then taking care of yourself, your own emotional health, your physical health, all of these things matter. Diet and exercise, these things matter. Sleep, it matters. And then next, seeking support. If you don't have some really solid, good community of friends that have been through these types of situations, if you don't have that, then you need to find a support group of sorts. You need to have community around you of people that are going to understand where you're coming from. Not that you want everyone to having dealt with that, right? Nobody wants to deal with this. Nobody signed up for this, right? But at the end of the day, in order to feel empathy to someone, is you have to be able to understand their feelings, because usually you've been there. And so I have a group called Grit and Grace, and it is a group coaching program. It's not for everybody. It is for moms who are ready for change and ready to do that self-reflection and ready to do that self-care. And yes, they're still hurting. Of course they are. They still have painful days and times, and they're learning to create boundaries and have better communication with their child and all of these things. And if that's you and you want more information on that, then you can sign up for the discovery call below. And it's a consultation with me to find out if we feel that is best for you. If not, I can definitely offer other ideas as well. And then, also the acceptance piece. And I know I talk about this a lot, but I think it's so important that you do have an acceptance of where things are right now without catastrophizing them, right? We have to accept the reality of estrangement, the reality of, the relationship the way it is today. It doesn't mean we like it. It doesn't mean it's going to stay that way forever. But this is where we're at right now, and we need to work towards health, right? Always work towards health. And so we can do that by channeling like all these negative emotions that we have to get out. Like, think about how you can be creative with those. Maybe you're somebody, I work with a lot of moms who are very artistic, or they're into photography, those kinds of things. Or they have certain, they're swimmers, or, a lot of art and artsy kind of stuff. And if maybe that's you, maybe it's not. But if it's not, you need to find something that is you. And always remember that reconciliation, it's still possible, right? It is definitely still possible. But right now, you're staying in your lane, and your child, they're doing what they're doing, and we can't control them because they're adults. And so I just want to encourage you with that. So I hope that helps you today. And if you're interested in a group where you can be surrounded with other moms who are non-judgmental, amazing women, then I'd be happy to talk to you about that and decide if I feel you're at the point where, that you could benefit from it. And there is no right or wrong, right? I mean, we're not all on the same path. We're in the same highway, but we're not at the same mile marker, right? Maybe this is all new for you. Maybe you've been doing this for a really long time. But everybody's different. But when you are ready to make the investment in yourself, to take care of yourself and be able to live your own life in the midst of all the stuff, that's when I can help you. So I hope that helps. Take care, and I'll see you next time.